Welcome to the Troverse. It's your boy, Trill in the building. And I'm back at it again with another video. Now today, this is kind of like an emergency upload because I had to go to a graduation. I had some other things planned. I do have a calendar for most of everything, so I'm organized. But today was just one of those days. And if y'all haven't seen the title or the thumbnail, it says, don't just grind, feel. And the purpose of the title saying, don't just grind, feel, is because most of the time, all we do is be so beelined on the grind, be so laser focused on what we have to do, or we have to do this for our family. We have to do this to achieve our vision, but we never take the time to relax, to enjoy, to experience this life that we're gifted only one time. And this is not no YOLO, you only live once type of thing or video. This is me telling y'all that you can grind and do both. You don't have to only have one set focus. You know, there's people who go to work, they work a 9 to 5, and then after they work a 9 to 5, they work on their side hustle. Or they wake up at 5 a.m., do everything they need to do, work a 9 to 5, and then go to sleep at 8 and use those 3 hours to do whatever they need to do to start their business, to do whatever it needs to do. But for me, I was really making this video for myself. Because the more consistent I've been like posting and shit, it's really been helping my mental. Because a lot of things have been clogging up in my head, and now when I'm able to create and give y'all content, I'm so much better with everything that I want to do. So this is just a video showing y'all, like, don't just focus on the grind. Don't just do this. You can actually create. Yeah, but hold on. But you can actually create. So you could create your own life. Create everything, your destiny, your vision, your dreams, your aspirations, whatever it is. But don't be only focused on that. Let you experience. Go out with your friends every once in a while. Go for a walk. Go talk to that girl you never wanted to. Or go talk to that girl that you always wanted to. Or that boy you've always wanted to. Play the game. Relax. Because this agenda that's being pushed of, you have to grind, you have to be rich, you have to do this, you have to do that. All of these things in life are choices. One thing that you cannot escape is decision making. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision to wake up early or wake up late. You make a decision to work out or to be lazy. You make a decision to eat healthy or to eat bad. But everything is a decision. So don't only just choose the grind. Choose a life of fulfillment and purpose. And some things that fulfill you may not fulfill me. I'm not a skater boy. I don't know how to skate. I'm sorry. But I like going for walks. I like hanging out with my friends. So don't have this mentality of, hey, I have to cut off every single thing, every single person. Especially you, I'm not gonna lie. I'm talking to you. Some of those people you need to cut off. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them friends, the people who are bad influences, you need to cut them off. But what I'm saying is, don't let your grind consume your life. Because whether what age you are, no matter what, your time is still valuable. You still need to utilize it. But do not let your life become mundane. Do not let your life become of things that you don't want to do. The reason why you're grinding is so you can have freedom. It's not an either or choice. You can have both. You can be free and be happy. But you just have to be prepared. You have to, be consistent, be determined in what you want, and understand how to experience life. Because this life shit, bro, I'm telling y'all, I'm still figuring this shit out. I'm only 19 years old, but I'm making content. I may be stressed out, but I'm making content. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm literally chasing my vision. Not even chasing it. I'm letting it come to me because I'm being myself. Y'all don't see me have 30 million women in my room or doing none of that. Shout out to y'all who like doing that. But that's not me. So in my capacity, Me creating, me yapping, talking to the phone is the best thing that I like to do. And this is a shout out to the people who want to accomplish their vision, who are creative, who are purpose driven, who are goal driven, but you feel like it's hard, or you don't have the right resources, or you don't have the thinking or the skill or any of those things. I'm here to tell y'all I'm still figuring this shit out, but I'm here. I'm showing up. And that's all you can do, is show up for yourself. I was supposed to stream at 6 p.m. I was still at the graduation. So what I did, now I'm making an emergency video. So there's always loopholes. There's always different opportunities that you can take and that you can do. But you have to have the mentality of both, of this and this, not either or, because either or separates it. Some things are not black and white. There are gray areas. Some things you actually have to dive deep into. Other things you can be surface level. You know, happiness is an emotion. Sadness is an emotion, but you can feel both. When a person is graduating, they're happy that they're graduated, that they're done with school, but they're sad because it's over. So if you're trying to chase the grind and make all this money and be wealthy, and you're trying to sacrifice everything that you have around you, sacrifice your time, sacrifice your effort, sacrifice your mental, and think, hey, once I become wealthy, then I can be happy. Once I can be wealthy, then I can have these things. No. You can be wealthy and happy. You can grind and be happy. Don't limit or restrict yourself, because your mind will believe what you tell it. The thoughts and patterns that you think over and over and over again, the behaviors that you continually sit on and dwell on, the music you continually listen to, all plant seeds that sprout and grow. And those same trees that grow from the seeds you planted, whether they're negative or positive, the roots will be so hard to take up off if you don't be aware of what you're putting into your mind. You are what you eat. So be careful what you consume. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, even musically. Because if you sit here and listen to Playboy Carti, know this to Playboy Carti. Back in the day, I used to bump his shit until I became conscious of what I'm listening to. You play music around your parents and you're like, oh, this is the new song I've been listening to. And then you play the song and then they're like, why are you listening to this? This is blah, 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 blah. And they go on a whole rant because it's what you're putting into your mind. Because what you put in your mind will be birthed into the spiritual realm, will be birthed into the physical. So be aware. Be aware of what you eat. Be aware of what you consume. Be aware of what you put in your brain. Be aware that you don't have to choose either or. You can have both. You don't have to sacrifice every single thing and put it all on the line. While I'm not saying that there's not determination, I'm not saying that there isn't discipline and motivation and hardship that you have to go through. What I'm saying is do not limit or restrict yourself from what you could possibly do. Yeah, a lot of streamers, they have to stream every day or most videos all the time. But to them, they experience the grind and they're happy. Or, you know, an NFL player, they have to train, they have to eat a certain way, they have to do all these things a certain way, but they still enjoy their life. Understand the importance of vacations. Understand the importance of self-care. Understand that you can be more than what you think you are. You are more than what you think you are. Because today I realized the grind that I promote, the grind that I aspire for and continuously push is affecting my life. And mentally, I have been so used to like, hey, oh well, I'm grinding right now. If they can't appreciate that, then oh well. But what I realized with my friends, because we were going out with graduation, and it was like, dang, Batman, we haven't seen you in 6 months. We had the best time, but after we had left, they was like, hey, let's keep this up. Like, let's continue to hang out. Let's not wait and see you another 6 months. But I thought that was normal because I'm grinding so hard. So don't use grinding or determination or discipline or motivation as an excuse to do what you want to do. And that's what I learned. But, removing a bad pattern and replacing it and learning a new pattern is the new precedent. That is how you inspire change. That is how you inspire growth. That is how you learn from your mistakes. But also have boundaries. Have boundaries with yourself. Have boundaries with your work. Prioritize things. This video isn't to tell you what you want to do. This video isn't to even tell you do this, do that, do that. This video is to tell y'all that it is okay to be where you at, but don't stay there. This video is to tell y'all that mentally you have to start thinking in a different way. Rather that's from either or transformed into this and this, or both. So that's why you see on these interviews and podcasts and YouTube videos to have an abundance mindset, because people who are abundant, they don't think that it's a lack. They don't think of, oh, I have to choose this or this. People who have abundance, they choose this and this. Oh, I want the ice cream parfait and I want a side of red velvet cake. Because they understand that there is enough. There's enough time, there's enough energy, there's enough for you to have both. So don't sacrifice your happiness for the freedom or the wealth that you want. Don't sacrifice your relationships because you're trying to chase a goal. Now, I'm not saying there isn't bad relationships. I'm not saying there's bad or toxic friendships. What I am saying is be aware. I continually tell y'all to be aware. I continually say be aware, because you must be aware and capable of analyzing your situation. Analyzing your situation and circumstance and figuring out what's the best move. That is the purpose of decision making. That is the purpose of changing your mind. Changing who you see yourself to be and who others see yourself to be. Because in a world of perception, your eyes is the most important thing. Your eyes and your ears are the most important thing, because your perception changes off of what you hear. If I tell you that you have a big nose, then you just heard that from your ears and now your perception just changed. You look in the mirror differently. But if I tell you you have a handsome face, you should be a model, now your mind says, oh, I'm amazing, I have confidence. You start looking at modeling jobs and all these things. So that example goes to show what your perception can do to you, what other people's words can do to you. And not only that, that also goes to show what you consume and how it can affect you. When it comes to people say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words can hurt. Words are a double-edged sword that no one wins in the race if it's a war, a verbal war. So for people who are encountering problems, who that it's hard for you to manage because an external person is saying words to you that is not a positive light, the best thing you can do is understand that if you relieve control, if you react, you're giving them what you want. And that doesn't give you the right, that doesn't give you the go-to to say, I'm gonna suppress all my emotions. That's not the purpose of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you give your power to the person when you react. Don't react, respond. Respond requires thought. Responding requires processing what was just said to you. Because you choose every scenario and interaction you have. And you may not even know that. You choose to listen to this person. You choose to respond back to them. You choose to continue the conversation. A one-sided conversation is like talking to a brick wall. So what that means to you is if someone is coming to you in a negative light, you choose to entertain it. And you also choose to dismiss it. And you also choose to respond to it in a positive manner. People need to be checked. And people also need support, love, and affection. So you must be aware of what your situation is so you can respond in the perfect or the best way. Because there is no best way. There is no perfect way. There are morals or ways of going about things, but there's no say this, say this, say this. Niggas is not planning scripts. Niggas is not planning conversation scripts. That's why things are so funny or things can be so unexpected because a conversation does not have rules and regulations. I can go to one country and they be talking about tea, and I can go to another country and they could literally be talking about money for 3 hours. There's no rules and regulations to a conversation. So when it comes to people targeting you in a way where they want a reaction out of you, when you respond, that shows you have control. Control over your emotions, control of the conversation, and control over your mind. Because when you do react, you give them the power. You give them exactly what they wanted, and now you are overextending yourself. I'm no guru, I'm no teacher. What I'm explaining to y'all is what I've learned from this life. And like once again, I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring it out. I'm a human being just like every single person watching this. But it's up to us. It's up to us where we end up. It's up to us to see who makes their life worth living. I don't know what you call a successful life. I don't know what you define as freedom. I don't know what you define as success. But that's up for you to answer. I can't tell you my answer. Because if I tell you my answer, then you copy that and now you put on an illusion or persona of, hey, I'm doing this, now I'm on track, I'm successful compared to someone else's standards and not your own. You need to create your own code of conduct, your own morals, your own ways of thinking, your own ways of being yourself. Because nobody can outdo you when it comes to you. You know exactly what to do and what not to do. And if you don't, you have to do some self-reflection. You now got some homework. Do your homework about that shit. Do your homework about that shit. And I'm not just saying this to cook. I'm not just saying this to have cookman. I'm saying this to genuinely, not to inspire, not to motivate, but to share to y'all, like, we the same. We the same person. We not the same person, but we bleed the same blood. We may not think the same, but we both have flesh and blood. No matter who, what, when, or where you are a person. And if you are a person, connect. Connect with my channel. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever. Whatever resonates with you, click on it and like it. Because I'm not just here to be yapping or to entertain. I'm just here to be relatable, to speak to each and every single one of y'all. And I don't care if this shit blows up. I don't care if it stays the same. I'm just voicing my opinion. I'm just a voice, and I'm using my voice. Too many people are afraid of using their voices in this world. If I want to speak about a topic, I'll speak about a topic. If I want to go outside and touch grass, I will touch grass. Hell, if I want to get on Fortnite, I will get on Fortnite. Because I am confident within myself. I can't say the same about everyone. I can't say the same about you because I don't know you. I can't say the same about the next person because I don't live in their shoes. I don't think the same way they do. And when you have that perspective of seeing things from the other lens, or seeing things from another lens, you get a deeper understanding, comprehension. And that's what's lacks in today's world. The lack of comprehension. So I hope y'all took something from this. It's your boy Trill in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.